My next guest fights for the vacant LFA Bantamweight title coming up here against Ricky Simone at LFA 29 on December 15th. It is Chico Camus joining me here on the program. Chico, how are you?
I'm feeling great, brother. I'm feeling great. And yourself?
I'm doing very well. How was your Thanksgiving this past weekend?
Thanksgiving's always good, man, when you can spend valuable time with family and all your loved ones and get everybody together in the same house. I mean, it's a little chaotic, but it's always a good time when you're spending time with loved ones, so I appreciate it.
That's great. Did you get any turkey in it all, or did you have to stay away from that with the fight coming up?
No, man, I actually got some pretty good food, man. Mom cooks the traditional Thanksgiving meal with the turkey and, the macaroni and cheese and the stuff like that, but I got the Puerto Rican side of me as well, so we have the pasteles and the pork and the stuff like that as well. So I actually got to eat pretty good. The weight's on point. 135 is never really a hard weight cut for me, so I like it better being a bantamweight than being a flyweight. So I got to enjoy a little turkey this year.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How's it been competing at bantamweight your last couple fights? You seem a lot more comfortable and not having to obviously worry about that hard cut to flyweight.
It's not that I can't make 25. But if I'm not getting paid like I was getting paid to cut the weight, then I say let's make the training camps more fun. When I was fighting at bantamweight, even in the UFC, I've never someone grabbed me and I was like, wow, this guy is very, very strong. I think I should drop the flyweight. So it's not really the issue of cutting the weight. It was just if I'm cutting all that weight, I want to get paid for it.
For sure. And one of the benefits here is you're fighting for the title. You're the main event. I mean, this is a huge deal. We've seen so many fighters that were in LFA main events, get bumped up to the UFC. Was this something you were expecting when you got that call saying that you were fighting for the title, or was this kind of out of the blue?
I was thinking that it was eventually going to happen. I mean, there was a vacant title. I'm 3-0 right now in LFA. I just won another fight outside of the LFA. So 4-0 since leaving UFC, 3-0 against top guys at LFA, and then once the champ got signed to Bellator, that belt was kind of up for grabs. So I was thinking if they're going to have somebody fight for that belt, it better be me.
Yeah, and of course Ricky Simone is your opponent in this one. He's going to be making his debut for the promotion. Was he someone on your radar at all, or did this sort of come out of the blue and you have to research him?
Somewhat came out the blue and had to research him. I mean, I don't pay attention to too many other guys. I obviously watch fighting. I'm a big fan of fighting. But I just don't. I'm not the guy that watches tape too much on guys, and I don't. That's just not my style of doing stuff. I like to focus on myself and make sure that I'm ready for war when I go in there. Like I watch, little things just to watch tendencies. But I'm not a big study guy. I let my coaches take care of that, and then they'll relay to me what I need to do while I'm out there. I'm the kind of the guy that goes out there and I like to feel things. People are like, "You plan to stand? You plan to go to the ground? Whatever's there." I'm going to take whatever he's going to give me, and I plan to get my hand raised at the end of that.
Yeah, and he's certainly a tough opponent. He's got the 10-1 record. What have your coaches sort of been telling you about him as far as how you match up against him in this matchup?
They've just been telling me to stay comfortable and do what I want. Wherever I want to take the fight, I'll take it. Like I said, I haven't watched too much on the guy. I know he's got to be a decent fighter. He's 10-1. They got him fighting against me for the belt, so he's got to have something. I'm pretty sure he's a well-rounded fighter. I just gotta attack and be me. If I come there and the best Chico Camus shows up, he's not gonna have a chance anyway. So I just need to stay focused on myself and go out there and prove that I never should have been dropped from the UFC promotion in the first place, and that I am a force to be reckoned with.
Who are some of your main training partners that are helping you get ready for this fight?
You got guys. Sergio Pettis, obviously. I've been training with that guy for over 10 years. So Sergio Pettis, you got Rafian Stotts, you got guys like Brian Batista who are fighting on the LFA card as well. You got Oscar. There's tons of guys day in and day out inside of Rufus Sport that are going to prepare you. I even go with the bigger guys like Gerald Mearshart and Mike Biggie Rhodes and, you know what I mean? It's CM Punk and guys like that. So I like to have fun. I like to go with the bigger guys and test myself a lot. So, Rufus Sport is a lion's den. So whenever you go in there, you better be prepared to.
Yeah, there's a lot of Rufus Sport guys on this card. I just talked to Cam Olson like literally 20 minutes ago, not even. So it's cool to see that a lot of you are on this card. I know Nate Jennerman's on this card too. So
it's another one of my training partners as well. Nate's a good training partner as well.
I'm up here in Canada, and I got to ask the Canadian question. You've been training at all with John McDessie. I know he's been down there. He's a couple weight classes up, but yeah.
I have been training with John. I've been training with John, Paul Felder, like the guys like that. They tell me all the time I'm like a little spider monkey that they can't get off. But they're awesome training partners, and John's an awesome guy, man. So somewhat trying to give him the look. I know I'm not the size, but giving him the look, and I got the cardio and the pace to try to push the guys. So I stay on him, and we're all every day in the gym just making each other better and better. And with these fights coming up, all of us plan on displaying that and showing it.
Yeah, I talked to John over the weekend. He just loves it down there. I think the plan is, according to him, I think he's going to make it a mainstay of him going down there all the time. So it's good that you guys are all getting along really well, which is awesome. And we talked a bit about the weight cut there. Everything going according to plan, I imagine. Like I said, you survived Thanksgiving. You seem like you're in a good mood, so I'm assuming everything's on point.
Yeah, everything's on point. Like I said, we're a few weeks out. My weight's where I need it to be. I'm focused right now on the training camp, and like I said, the bantamweight weight cut makes everything a lot more fun and enjoyable. When you're cutting the flyweight, it's kind of hell. I'm already basically feeling the getting the lightheaded, and you're feeling tired, you're feeling droggy, you're feeling hungry. So at bantamweight, I get to bounce around more. I get to enjoy the training camp more rather than it being hell. You know what I mean? So a lot better feeling at bantamweight.
How do you see this fight unfolding on December 15th?
However, I honestly don't know. I just know that I'm going to get my hand raised at the end of the day. Like, I'm not really the prediction kind of guy. I'm not the Connor guy.
Yeah. Not Mystic Chico. No.
No, not. I'm not the Mystic Mac at all, man. So, like I said, I don't force finishes. I don't go out there and try to force the finish. If he wants to fall on my sword, so be it. My job is to go out there and win fights and impress fans. I think I put on decent shows when I go out there and fight. So the main goal is I want to get back to where I belong. So go out there, impress. If he falls on my sword, I'll take it. If not, we're getting our hand raised at the end of the day.
You just look at the list this past year. Roberto Sanchez, Eric Anders, Marcus Perez. These are all LFA champions who have gone to the UFC. Are you sort of looking at this as a UFC audition as far as this being a title fight?
I would say so for sure. I would say if I pull this one off, that there's what happens after this. You know what I mean? I think I should have never been gone from the promotion as well, especially fighting two top guys. I mean, it's not. You got some people in the UFC that are 1-5 records and 2-6 records, and they still have a job. I mean, you guys put me against Henry Cejudo in Mexico City, and then you made me fight Kyoji Horiguchi off a title shot in Japan, and you know what I mean? I fought the two very close fights. I mean, I stuffed all these takedowns from Olympic gold medalists. I bet you they didn't see that happening when that fight got announced in the first place. So, I mean, give credit where credit's due. I think I never should have got dropped from the promotion. I hung with some of the best guys in the world. So winning this title, I think, just puts a stamp on this is where I belong, and let me get my contract back. That would make me a very happy man.
Yeah, and Kyoji, he's only lost the one fight to Demetrius Johnson in the last couple of years. I mean, he's right there as far as 1 and 2 flyweights. So the fact that you went out there and went toe to toe with him is pretty incredible. So that's awesome.
And yeah, he gave me a lot of props after the fight as well. He told me that I was tough and I punched hard. Same thing, he was wondering why I was kind of gone from the promotion as well. So, like I said, I just stay focused on the task at hand, and if I take care of everything I need to take care of December 15th, I need that contract.
What are you watching on TV right now? Maybe Netflix, anything like that with the family? I imagine you're getting a little bit of that time in, especially during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for sure. Stranger Things,
yeah,
man.
Season 2. Yeah.
Stranger Things right now. So, yeah, I just finished Season 2 last night. I had the last show, so I watched it last night. So I can't wait for the new season to come out. So it's a great show. I'm enjoying that right now for sure.
Excellent. Well, we can't wait for this fight, man. Might be one of the best bantamweight fights you'll see outside the UFC this year. I'm really stoked about it. It's LFA 29. It's the main event, December 15th, live on Access TV. Chico, it was great getting a chance to talk to you. I've talked to so many guys on Rufus Sport. I think you're one of the few that I just haven't had done an interview with. So I really appreciate the time. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, sir.
Well, you can find me on social media, just regular name Chico Camus or at KOM Camus. And sponsors, obviously, Combat Corner, Blue Ovic, Milwaukee Real Estate, and yeah, all the guys at Rufus Sport that are getting me ready for war. And also thanks to you, all the guys at LFA, and everybody for the opportunity. I'm excited. I'm excited to fight again. And like I said, excited to talk to you, man. I seen you talk to a lot of my teammates, and I never got to get across the camera with you. So thanks for the opportunity, brother. I appreciate it.